everyone. My name is Jeannie Zames, and I am Director of Growth Marketing at Alchemer. Every year, we publish our Mobile Customer Engagement Benchmark Report. This year marks the 8th consecutive year we've published this study. Data from over 1 billion mobile app installations was collected from Alchemer Mobile, formerly Apptentive customers, representing 1,000 different iOS and Android apps. The 2023 benchmark report found that the customer sentiment, retention, reviews, and ratings all showed significant improvement when mobile app owners closed the loop with their customers. This report gives app publishers across major industries, including many of you, a valuable baseline to identify strengths and opportunities to grow acquisition, adoption, and retention. This excerpt of the benchmark report webinar focuses on adoption, how you get people to use your app and keep using it. One way to increase adoption is by asking for feedback in order to identify features that users actually want. A side benefit is then a better product and product roadmap and helping with your priorities. Today, we have attendees who are long-time Alchemer Mobile customers, as well as attendees who may be getting their first exposure to Alchemer Mobile. If you don't know a lot about Alchemer Mobile, this is our in-app customer feedback platform that helps app providers measure shifts in customer emotion and gather actionable feedback across their mobile customer journeys. Alchemer Mobile strengthens customer understanding to manage brand reputation, create seamless customer experiences, and validate product roadmaps. Today, I'm joined by Ryan Tamminga, SVP of Products and Services at Alchemer, who is going to discuss and highlight the findings of this year's report. Ryan has spent his entire career working to help organizations improve processes and customer service. He brings that passion to Alchemer, where he leads the product, service, and sales teams. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ryan, and let's jump into the benchmark study findings surrounding adoption and usage, which are key critical components of any successful app. It's one thing to get the people downloading, but the next big step is getting them to adopt it and regularly use it. I think all of us have apps that are rarely used, and sooner or later, we delete them off our friendly phones when they tell us to delete them. Ryan, can you give us a little bit of insight on how to improve those adoption rates?
Absolutely. App developers, product managers, and product owners are continuously looking for ways to improve adoption and usage rates of their apps. Specifically, this feedback can be used directly to identify areas for improvement. We'll talk a little bit about a Starbucks example later in the conversation, but it's also used to identify new features that customers actually want from you. You hear directly from your customers what they need to continue to have an optimal experience using your app. Prioritizing product roadmap features is always a challenge, and the ability to improve development and launch of the enhancements and updates that your customers are looking for is critical. The most direct way to improve adoption is to ask app users for feedback, and you need to do it regularly within the context of the app without disrupting what they're trying to accomplish with your app, and in a way that makes it quick and easy to respond so that you don't disrupt that experience. The most important part of that feedback process is to close the loop with the users providing it, letting them know either individually or as a group that their feedback has made an impact and that they can see themselves in your products and services. The best product decisions are informed by an abundance of data from a representative cross-section of customer base, and mobile in-app surveys are typically the best way to get to that critical data. Alchemer Mobile in-app surveys are optimized for mobile with precise targeting, so app providers are able to gather a high volume of response from the right customers in the right moments that matter to make faster data-driven decisions. The in-app surveys include features that allow app providers to take action and drive customer engagement and improved adoption. Surveys and notes dramatically improve in-app customer communication, and the data from the benchmark study demonstrates that improved communication. As more app providers understand how critical it is to ask for user input, we saw a meaningful increase of 24% in the number of in-app surveys sent out in 2022 compared to 2021. Brands are clearly talking to more consumers and are more comfortable engaging with them over longer periods of time, especially through closed loop communication where they know that their feedback was heard and valued. During the past 5 years, we've seen a remarkable 180% increase in the number of in-app surveys sent to app users. Alchemer Mobile allows app users to directly target their in-app surveys, driving a response rate of 13% compared to an overall industry average of just 5%. Also, while using Alchemer Mobile functionality, app providers are able to let users opt in or opt out, which increases response rates by more than 47%, further improving the process for gaining critical information regarding the app. This information includes usage and ideas on existing and future features and enhancements, input regarding app changes and updates, and just overall areas for improvements for that overall digital experience. All of this feedback provides the app product managers and development teams with the insights needed to build and execute a product roadmap directly tied to their consumer input. We encourage our customers to build surveys that ask NPS-type questions, as well as open-ended questions from both unhappy and happy users to provide that detailed feedback to build strong forward-thinking roadmaps that achieve and exceed your customer expectations.
That's pretty amazing. And when you really think about it, and you think about how often we all use apps, I know you have a couple of really good Alchemer Mobile customer examples demonstrating how they were able to use their apps to impact the product roadmap and ultimately to positively impact that adoption and usage. One of them, Starbucks, was near and dear to my heart as I have a dietary restriction, and they were able to use that to immediately impact the user experience they had. You want to share some of those with us?
Absolutely. We'll start with Starbucks. So Starbucks was able to make a critical product update as a result of their in-app surveys. They had made a decision to remove nutritional information from their mobile ordering experience within their apps. But what they heard from their consumers with dietary restrictions, including gluten, lactose, sugar, and other issues, is that that was actually a piece of information within the app that was very valuable to that group of people. And so as a result of those surveys and the feedback they received from those consumers and customers, they quickly brought it back and reestablished that experience within their app, which I think, like you said, made a difference in your experience as well as multiple customers as well. Dunkin' Donuts uncovered quick wins with their customers through the use of surveys as well. With their robust menus, there are roughly 15,000 different combinations customers can create with their orders. With the use of Alchemer Mobile in-app mobile surveys, they identified that customers wanted the option to select if their donuts had sprinkles or not. They also learned that the people wanted the option to add more or less ice in their iced coffee due to preference. And these simple requests were quickly implemented within the app and communicated to the individual franchises. And these are just two product decisions they made that helped move the needle on their App Store reviews, increasing their app rating from 2 to 4.5 stars.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.